Hey friends, Joe here. I've been asked several times in the comments and in some email and in phone calls that you guys have set up with me about how I use real estate in my journey towards financial independence. I think the using real estate is a very great, very good tool. It's just not one that I've exploited greatly. I only used it on my personal residence. Now, I used it pretty well in my personal residence, but I'm not the kind of individual that wants to own 10, 15, 20, 30 properties and manage those, manage the people issues, the repair issues, just all that, those headaches associated with real estate. It's not a decision not a career I wanted to get into. I chose to focus on my career and to be a frugal spender, not cheap, but make sure every one of my dollar bills went towards something that I thought about, not an emotional decision. So today I wanted to go into some specifics because you guys asked me so many questions, and sometimes videos that I didn't want to make, didn't want to get that detailed, didn't want to get that personal, that I keep getting asked the same question over and over again. And I've decided that, hey, if it helps somebody, I'm going to go ahead and make the video. Okay. So hopefully you like this video. I'm going to go into details of my real estate portion of my net worth that I've accumulated with my wife and family over the last 33 years. Okay. So, this is one of the tools that helped my net worth, but the majority of it came from my investing. Okay. So here across the top, I've got the year, there's nothing significant that this one's red. I just used red. The year I purchased the house, what the purchase price was, what the sales price was. And then this is like a real estate commission or what the sales charge was. And then, especially in this first one, there was a remodel cost in there that was fairly sizable, and then a net gain. And then I'm going to total that up, okay? So in 1988, we bought our first house at $61,000, sold it for $93,000. Just a couple years later, 3 years later, I can't remember which one of these. I think $6,500 is the sales commission, and $7,500 is what we invested in that house. We put in a new HVAC unit. This house was trashed. They had two big dogs in it. There was dog food stuffed under in the carpet. There was carpet in the bathrooms. The house reeked. And most people, according to the real estate agent, they opened up the door and didn't even go inside because the house just stunk. It was owned by a bank, and nobody wanted to tackle that. My wife and I, we were newlyweds. I was 25 at the time. We completely gutted the thing and got a nice return on it. Net gain of $18,000 in just a couple years. And remember, this is $1988, so that was pretty sizable. Then, actually, the next four houses on here are houses that we built. We did hire a contractor, but my wife and I did some of the labor in the construction of the house, especially heavy focus on the painting. Yeah, we painted all these houses, and that was a big deal, big savings. This last house, the painting estimate was $35,000, and that included materials. We bought the materials for $5,000, and we painted for a month. And I'm talking 16-hour days. I would work 10 and 11 hours during the day. I'd come and paint for 5 and 6 that evening, come home at midnight, and then do it all over the next morning. And then at least 12 hours every Saturday and Sunday. I did that for a month, but the prize was $30,000. So that's an example of putting in some sweat equity. That's hopefully a term and you've heard of. But all four of these in blue are houses that we built. So we built this one for $115,000, sold it for $165,000. There was the real estate commission, $11,700, for a profit of $38,000, and that was just in 3 years. In 1995, we built another house for $198,000, sold it for $250,000. We sold it ourselves, just put a sign out in the yard, $52,000. And you may notice these dates may not, I say we were only in this house 3 years, in 1991 to 95, that's actually 4 years. Well, when we built the house, we actually moved into a rental property between each one of these builds. So that may help you with some of the timeline. A lot of moving. We moved ourselves all the time. So I covered this one. So 52. 1999, built a house for $265, sold it for $365. Real estate commission is $25, so a profit of $75,000. Always reinvested that. Built our last house, the current house I'm sitting in 2007. We've been here 14 years. We built it for $505,000. Its estimate on Zillow is $700,000. It's been a great ride up. For $195,000, profit. So $378,000 is what my wife and I have made just within capital appreciation. Some of that's just natural appreciation of real estate. Some of it's sweat equity. But that's a nice portion of our nest egg. We believed into, hey, let's buy a house, let it appreciate, fix it up a little bit, get the colors right, fix some of the problems with the house, sell it. So this was a fabulous ride for us. And, we enjoyed moving. We enjoyed designing all these 4 houses. We designed them ourselves. With our growing family. We had 4 kids, as many of you know. So this was how we managed real estate inside of our net worth. Hopefully this helped. This is Joe out.